Welcome back, guys. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks of manic, crazy, just haven't been able to get to getting 2 videos out, so sorry about that, but we're gonna crack on with some more work now. So stay tuned, subscribe, and like this video if it works for you. So I will hold it apart here. We'll open those up. My man cave is semi-clean, so I'll be parking the bike inside here, and then we'll be doing the work from inside here. A little bit less manic. Alright, let's bring the bike in. Alrighty, let's get cracking. So this one box in particular we're going to open tonight. It comes from Nomad. Got the tower, got the steering damper, got the luggage racks on the rear and the sides, and a few other bits and bobs. I've been waiting for this to come for a long time. I've been looking at this website for a particularly long time, and very excited to open this box in particular. So let's go for it. Okay, let's see. First things first. A bunch of different set screws and washers and nuts, headlight stickers, very excited. It's for the luggage rack. These are a whole lot of the toggle switches that I've got. Looks great. Rally replica, KTM 450, already replica windshield. Cannot believe it. For one part, sure, looks absolutely amazing. The rally plate holder plate, steering damper. Very excited about this. I've never had one before. So, okay, we'll quickly go through the other items, and then I think I'll start tomorrow. It's quite late now already, so I'll start tomorrow to fit everything on. Here we go. So it's a GFX times 2 of these, and then for the vertical control. Okay. Look at that bugger. This is a little voltage meter for the bike. Comes with a USB charger as well. So, and a nice little plate. And find a place to mount it. So it looks quite nice, quite neat. Rally book road holder. It's another item that really makes it feel like it's all coming together, like we're getting close. It's yeah, can't wait to get all of this on. Our box meter. There we go, you see that. So also looks like great quality. Hang around and we'll start installing these tomorrow for me, but in a few seconds for you. Okay, morning guys. Nice and early in the morning, we're going to get cracking with this. I'm going to just organize all the parts on the bench, and then the one other part, I've got some tubeless tire system. I'm going to try it out. I don't say I'm going to race with it, with with the rally, and probably do mousses, but I'm definitely going to try these out for higher speed road riding before then. So the rear luggage holder. I'm going to go through the instructions and then I'm going to start putting it together. This doesn't have a separate headstock mount, so these parts, the Nomad, the side of the fairing, they get bolted in like that, you can see, into this headstock. They get bolted on directly onto there. So it's quite a clever system actually. Yeah, so that's how it goes. So I'm just going to take the GPS cable out because I'm going to rewire that GPS completely, so it'll be from a different position. Yeah. Tank's off, let's take the cable out. Let's start with the instructions, okay? So the rectifier needs to be moved and lengthened, so that's what they give you this kit for here. There's all different cables, and then I'll work out where these go, but then they've got all these little heat shrinks so that you can extend them. So what I'll do is I'll mount it first, and then I'll work out exactly how long I want to extend them by, and then we will try and disconnect as many of the cables as I can. Okay, good morning guys. We're back on the build, and I'm going through all the instructions from Nomad. A little bit, need to read through all of them properly first, but I think I know what's going on, and I'm just going to work out which bolts and nuts go where, and then I'm going to start sticking it in. But yeah, it's quite a lot of work. It's more work than I thought. It'll be a quick strap on, but no. So they're on a little bit loose so that we can fit the spaces and carry on. Okay, stage one complete. So you can see these bolts at the back here of the frame. So there's the headstock behind here. Okay, so that's where the pin runs for the triple clamps. Now this is located at the back. So essentially we've got these two items on both sides, and they close here. So as you tighten this up, it closes, and it actually squeezes onto the headstock, which I think is a very good way of doing it. It's very clever. That's why I was confused in the beginning, because I was expecting like a bracket that was mounted on here, and instead of like a separate bracket and a separate tower, Nomad have got a single tower bracket specific for this model. Morning guys. Alright, so I've been battling a little bit with getting the actual scissor mechanism and the two dog bones onto the chassis, but I think I've worked it out now. You get this little bracket, and you get these two little spacing rings over here, and all I've been doing is putting them the wrong way around. So the bracket goes on first and the spacing rings go on afterwards, and it seems to work. So I'll show you how to do it. So here you can see the spacing bracket goes in first, and then these little rings go in afterwards, and then the bolt and a little screw and a washer. So, and then that other dog bone will come in here, and this is threaded and will actually screw onto that. It's a very clever system. Okay, I'm going to show you how it looks. So now you can see there's that washer spacer on the outside, and there's the bracket, and the bracket goes down like that. It's got threads on the inside, and these screws screw into that. So, and these are the two bolts that go straight through the frame over here. And now you understand why I call it a dog bone. It's because they go from wide, and then they taper in a little bit so that this can steer and not fall. And that's why I call it a dog bone. And then it gets wider again to the side. So yeah, all looking good. So I'm just having a look at these lights. And this top one is quite nice. Got a lot of movement here that you can see. You can play with the angle, but this bottom one is quite tight. It's not much movement. I hope it can come down enough and not be too far, facing too far up, but I'm sure we can change it later. So now I'm just checking that all the right screws at the lengths are in the right position, because earlier I just put whatever, so I'm just going to go check them out. So you see this one, not the right place. And this one is right here. Okay, we're all good. I haven't put any Loctite in, so I'm going to go through the bike at a later stage and do Loctite on every single nut and bolt. But I'm not going to do it now. I've decided that I want to install it first, see if it's any alterations required, and then only will I try for do the Loctite. So on my bike, the holder for the speedo and instrument cluster comes with these little grommets, but they're actually glued together. So I'm going to cut mine in half, and then I'm going to leave the one for a spare, I suppose. Very, very close to a spare. Okay, so here's the speedo cluster. I mean the speedo plate for the rally tower. We've taken these two grommets. You can see they sit like that. Had to cut them. This will fit inside like that and like that, and we'll screw it back down. And then the original speedo will be on the bike. This has got a bit of a gap in it here, so I'm unsure of what the thinking is here, but I'll work it out. Maybe it's just used as a spring to hold it down. We will see. Okay guys, I have mocked this up now. So we've got this on, it's just very loose. I think the two bolts that hold the rally tower, the screen, the rally screen in the front, I think these bolts are the wrong size. I think they're meant to be M8, and I can only find M6s. So let's might have to just go buy some of those, but we'll see what happens. Everything else looks okay. I'm a little bit concerned. There's a bracket shell with two holes, so maybe that's if you want to lower it down or something. If you want to put it down here and have a different angle, then you'll use a different one there. It's possible. But otherwise it's on, it's looking good. I'm going to end this video here, so please like and subscribe. Next week or next episode will be all about electrics. I'll give you a little precursor as to what we are looking for with electrics. So over here you got all these cables coming in here, and these are from the left hand side of the handlebars, and then you've got cables from the right hand side of the handlebars. So those need to be able to work with the bike in full lock either way. So that'll be the first thing that we do, is connect these up and make sure that they are sitting nicely, that they don't get caught up. And then we've got all the for example, we've got all the things that go back up to the KTM original odometer and speedo cluster, and things like the LED light here that needs to go up to the flicker, the turn signal over here, which I managed to put in. So this is going to be an ignition switch here. So yeah, and then I've got some toggle switches that can run over here. Obviously the rally tower will fit inside here somewhere, but I'm going to put a GPS just for the time being before I actually start racing properly. So I will have, here's the plate that's going to fit inside here somewhere. Sure, even that's quite tight, eh? Oh yeah, it's got that other bracket. So it's going to fit like that, something like that, you know, on the side. So this will be able to come out, and when that does come out, I'm going to have a little GPS sitting inside here. But long term, that GPS will sit here on my Pro handlebar mount from Nomad. So it's coming. Anyway, I'm going to lengthen the cables on this so that it can mount on the side of the, and I found the two holes for it down there. There are the two holes there for it. So I'm going to mount it over there. Alright, cool guys. See you next week for another episode.